Hello, it's a pleasure to have you here. A video circulating widely on social media has triggered fresh concerns about Nigerian security challenges after it allegedly showed armed men moving through a police checkpoint without being stopped. The footage, reportedly recorded somewhere between Zamfara and Sokoto states in northwest Nigeria, has generated widespread debate and renewed calls for a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. The video, first published by Sahara reporters, appears to show a convoy of men riding motorcycles while carrying what look like firearms as they pass through a checkpoint. According to the reports, police officers visible in the footage appear to direct traffic as the riders continued their journey. A voice believed to belong to the individual recording the video can reportedly be heard speaking in Hausa, expressing surprise that armed bandits were moving openly with weapons. Moments later, another passenger inside the same vehicle quickly interrupted him, urging him to remain silent and avoid attracting attention. The brief exchange has become one of the most talked about moments from the video, with many Nigerians describing it as a reflection of the fear ordinary citizens face while traveling through parts of the country affected by insecurity. It is important to note that the authenticity of the video and the identities of those shown have not been independently verified. Likewise, the exact circumstances surrounding the incidents remain unclear. Authorities have not yet released an official statement confirming the video's authenticity or explaining what occurred at the checkpoint. Despite these unanswered questions, the footage has attracted significant public attention because it appears to touch on one of Nigeria's most pressing national concerns. In recent years, Zamfara, Sokoto, Katsina, Niger, and several neighboring states have witnessed repeated attacks by armed criminal groups involved in kidnappings, castle rustling, village raids, and deadly assaults on travelers. Residents across the northwest have lived under the constant threat of violence, with many communities expressing repeated attacks that have forced thousands of families to flee their homes. Farmers have abandoned their farmlands. Businesses have suffered. Schools have been shut down in some areas, and in many communities continue to struggle with the impact of persistent insecurity. For many Nigerians, the video raises difficult questions about how armed groups continue to operate despite the deployment of military personnel, police officers, and other security agencies across affected regions. Citizens are asking whether the individuals shown in the footage were known to security personnel, whether operational circumstances prevented officers from acting, or whether there are other explanations that have not yet been made public. Security analysts and community leaders have repeatedly argued that defeating organized criminal groups requires more than military deployment alone. They say intelligence gathering, effective surveillance, community cooperation, modern technology, and accountability within security institutions all play important roles in addressing insecurity. The latest controversy has also revived discussions about previous government efforts to negotiate peace agreements with armed groups. In 2019, the Zamfara state government, under the administration of then Governor Bello Matawalle, entered into negotiation with some armed groups operating within the state. The objective was to reduce violence, encourage disarmament, and restore peace to affected communities. While the agreement initially raised hopes that attacks would decline, violence reportedly continued across many communities. Several villages were later attacked, residents were kidnapped, and many families continue to suffer despite the peace initiative. The continued insecurity led many Nigerians to question whether dialogue alone could solve the problem, or whether stronger security measures were needed. Over the years, security agencies have launched numerous operations aimed at dismantling criminal networks across the northwest. Airstrikes, ground offensives, intelligence operations, and joint security patrols have resulted in the arrest or elimination of many suspected criminal leaders. However, attacks have continued in several parts of the region, highlighting the complexity of the security situation. The emergence of the latest video has once again placed the spotlight on checkpoints operations and border surveillance. Checkpoints are designed to dictate illegal weapons, intercept criminal suspects, and protect travelers. If the allegations surrounding this footage are confirmed, many Nigerians believe there should be a comprehensive review of operational procedures and a transparent investigation into the incident. At the same time, many observers have urged the public to avoid jumping to conclusions until security agencies complete any investigation. They point out that short video clips often lack important context and may not capture everything that occurred before or after the recorded events. For this reason, courts have gone for the relevant authorities to establish the facts and communicate their findings openly to the public, regardless of the final outcome. The controversy reflects the deep concern many Nigerians feel about security across the country. Citizens continue to demand safer roads, stronger protection for rural communities, and more effective measures against kidnapping and organized crime. As investigations are awaited, many people hope the authorities will provide clear answers that address public concerns and strengthen confidence in Nigerian security institutions. Transparency, accountability, and swift action remain essential if public trust is to be maintained. The video has already sparked intense discussion nationwide, and many Nigerians believe the official response in the coming days will be closely watched. Whether the footage ultimately proves to be exactly as reported or reveals a different set of circumstances, the incident has once again highlighted the urgent need to confront the country's security challenges with determination, professionalism, and accountability. What is your reaction to the video? Do you believe the authorities should launch a full investigation into the incidents? Share your views in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more updates on important national stories. I'm Chidera Isom. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.